List these incidents, showing the number for each incident. For example, 10 is written on the movie screen, then the number 9, then 8, etc. Here is the list of the worst oil spills in history, ranked from 10 to 1, with details provided in English. 10. ABT Summer. Date, May 28, 1991. Location, 1,300 kilometers off the coast of Angola. Casualties, 5 fatalities. Amount spilled, 1.21 million barrels, 51 to 81 million gallons. The tanker ABT Summer exploded and caught fire, resulting in the death of 5 crew members. A massive oil slick covered 80 square miles, 207 square kilometers, and the fire burned for 3 days before the vessel sank on June 1, 1991. 9. Amoco Cadiz. Date, March 16, 1978. Location, 5 kilometers off the coast of Brittany, France. Casualties, none. Amount spilled, 1.64 million barrels, 69 million gallons. During a winter storm, the tanker Amoco Cadiz lost steering and ran aground off the coast of Port Saul, France. The ship split in two, spilling its entire cargo of 227,000 tons of crude oil into the English Channel, polluting 30 kilometers of the Breton coastline. 8. Castillo de Bellver. Date, August 6, 1983. Location, 80 kilometers off Table Bay, South Africa. Casualties, none. Amount spilled, 1.88 million barrels, 79 million gallons. The tanker Castillo de Bellver caught fire and broke in two while carrying 250,000 tons of light crude oil. Less than half of its cargo leaked into the ocean. 7. Nowruz Oil Field. Date, January 24, 1983. Location, Persian Gulf, Iran. Casualties, 11 fatalities. Amount spilled, 1.9 million barrels, 80 million gallons. During the Iran-Iraq War, a tanker collided with an oil platform, damaging a wellhead. The well leaked approximately 1,500 barrels per day for 9 months, spilling nearly 2 million barrels of crude oil into the Persian Gulf. 6. Kolva River Pipeline. Date, September 8, 1994. Location, Komi Republic, Russia. Casualties, none. Amount spilled, 2 million barrels, 84 million gallons. A corroded pipeline near Yuzhinsk leaked oil for 8 months. Poor weather caused the containment dam to collapse, releasing millions of gallons of oil and contaminating 186 square kilometers of grassland and wetlands. 5. Atlantic Empress / Aegean Captain. Date, July 19, 1979. Location, off the coast of Trinidad and Tobago. Casualties, 26 fatalities. Amount spilled, 2.14 million barrels, 90 million gallons. The collision of 2 supertankers during a tropical storm caused fires that killed 26 crew members. The Atlantic Empress continued leaking oil until it sank on August 3, 1979. 4. Ixtoc I. Date, June 3, 1979. Location, Bay of Campeche, Mexico. Casualties, none. Amount spilled, 3.33 million barrels, 140 million gallons. An explosion at the Ixtoc I offshore drilling rig caused a massive spill, releasing 10,000 to 30,000 barrels per day for 10 months. It affected 2,800 square kilometers of open water and 261 kilometers of shoreline. 3. Deepwater Horizon. Date, April 22, 2010. Location, Gulf of Mexico. Casualties, 11 fatalities. Amount spilled, 4.9 million barrels, 206 million gallons. The explosion on the Deepwater Horizon rig caused the largest marine oil spill in history, releasing 60,000 barrels per day. The well was finally capped on July 15, 2010. 2. Lakeview Gusher No. 1. Date, March 14, 1910. Location, Midway Sunset Oil Field, Kern County, California, USA. Casualties, none. Amount spilled, 9.4 million barrels, 395 million gallons. The largest accidental oil spill in history occurred when the Lakeview Gusher No. 1 well erupted, spewing 18,000 barrels per day for 18 months. It was finally capped on September 10, 1911. 1. Gulf War Oil Spill. Date, January 19, 1991. Location, Persian Gulf and Kuwait. Casualties, none. Amount spilled, 9.05 to 12.4 million barrels, 380 to 520 million gallons. During the Gulf War, Iraqi forces deliberately opened valves at Kuwaiti oil wells and pipelines to slow the advance of U.S. troops. The spill created a 10 cm thick oil slick covering 28,000 square kilometers of the Persian Gulf. Key takeaways: 1. Environmental impact. These spills caused severe damage to marine ecosystems, wildlife, and coastal areas. 2. Human casualties. Several incidents resulted in loss of life, highlighting the dangers of oil extraction and transportation. 3. Economic costs. Cleanup efforts and long-term environmental restoration were extremely expensive. 4. Preventive measures. These disasters underscore the need for stricter safety regulations, improved spill response technologies, and a shift toward renewable energy sources. This ranking serves as a stark reminder of the consequences of human error, conflict, and inadequate safety measures in the oil industry.